going on, guys? So, yesterday's episode, we got the bike put back together and we wiped it all down with my good old favorite trusty Shine and Protect. Well, of course, look at what decided to show up in the mail today. So, we're going to be slapping some graphics on. I already pre-wiped this down with rubbing alcohol or contact cleaner, whatever you want to call it. That's why that looks faded again. But that'll get covered up with the graphics for the tank. We're gonna try and put all of these on. The only ones I'm probably gonna wait on is the gas tank one, because I want to drain the fuel out of it and open this cap up and let it degas for a couple days, because I've had problems in the past with graphics wanting to stick, or they'll bubble a little bit, and it's because of the tank. It's not because there's stuff on it. It's just because the fumes from the fuel and stuff, I guess it seeps through. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but that's what I was told, especially by someone that had a graphics company for a while around here that I was using for all my other graphics, of course, over here, which are still intact. These were the old graphics I had on the tank. They held up fine. That's part of it. The other part is obviously on the shrouds. But yeah, we're gonna slap some graphics on. So let's get started with that. Alright, so I don't have a fancy GoPro or a fancy mount, so camera's just sitting on my vise, so hopefully that's good enough for you guys. But what I'm gonna do with these graphics is I'm gonna peel it up about halfway, and then I'm gonna cut a strip out of the center, or where I think the center is on here, and then I'm gonna place part of this piece back on, so that way when I go to stick this on the side of the panel, I can stick the center, and if I don't like where it's lined up, I can pull it off just fine. I also want to heat these up a little bit, so I'm gonna grab my heat gun and preheat these a little bit so they're softer. But let me cut this first, and then I'll heat it up. So we'll go ahead and peel this back carefully without it being a pain in the ass on me. There we go. We got one side started over here. Alright. So like I said, we're going to peel it up about wherever center roughly is. With these ones, it's easier. With these older plastics, you can kind of find the center line a little bit better. So I'm going to go right about there. And I'm going to go a little bit past, actually, because I want to cut, like I said, the center out. So now, carefully, see how I want to do this. I'm going to peel it up right about there. So I'm going to cut all the way across as straight as I can, and then I'm going to cut a section out of it like I was saying, and see what our results are. This might take me a while. It's been a while since I've done graphics on bikes. Usually, I knew someone I went to high school with that had a graphics company that did all my graphics, and he'd put them on for me and stuff. He doesn't have the company anymore. He sold it to somebody else. It's still around, but it's not under him, so I haven't bought a set in a while. But this will do. So now you can see we got at least half of it cut out. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut a decent strip out of this, so that way we have a spot that's open when I stick this back on, and we can place it on the panel and try to center it. Pretty excited. I actually wasn't expecting to do this today. I didn't know when I was going to be able to do another video. I was waiting for more parts, but this will do. That's for sure. So we got this little section right here. I think I'm just going to pop that out now, where the bolt holes go through. So that's done. Oh, don't want to get that stuck. So I'm going to carefully try to line this back up without getting dirt all over the place and stuff. Bear with me. It's pretty good right there. Line this edge back up. Honestly, if that's good enough for me, I'm pretty sure there's overhang anyways. So now you guys see we got a center section cut out right there that's sticky. So we'll go and try and stick that. So let me adjust this camera really quick. We'll try and put this on the bike. Alright, keep that there. Zoom in a little bit, let's see. Alright, so like I said, I already wiped contact cleaner on here, so it should be good to just stick on here now. There's none of that spray that I got on there from yesterday. So we will start with lining this top part up roughly where I think it should be. And then we'll line that there, make sure this bolt hole lines up down here. Okay, right there, looks about good. Let's check this top. Come over just a little bit. Okay. So far that's looking good. Oh, I'm being picky now. But you gotta be picky with graphics. I want this to look good, so. Okay. I think that right there is gonna work. I like that right there. So we'll go ahead and get that stuck where I had it. Okay, so the line's like roughly right here. Try and get no bubbles in it if possible. I'm gonna get my heat gun really quick. We'll start getting this guy on. I got a squeegee too, help me get some of the bubbles out. Alright. Find my trusty old squeegee. Right there. Get me my extension cord going. Get this guy all plugged in. Alright. Let's start getting this thing on. You can already see the heat gun. I don't know if you can tell from there. I mean, I can see it because I'm doing it, but it's already kind of folding. So it's kind of molding this to the plastic, kind of. If that makes sense. Softening it up, basically. Okay. So far that looks good. We'll try that. So we'll just do a small section at a time. Now that I got that center stuck, I can pull this off and do one side at a time. I'm gonna start with the bottom. So pull that off, okay? And then I'm just slowly gonna work it down, making sure I'm pushing the bubbles outward. You don't wanna push inward. You wanna go outward. So we're just gonna do a little bit at a time. Make sure we're working those bubbles out. If it feels like you need a little more heat, add a little more heat. So far we're looking okay. you don't like something, you got plenty of time to pull it up and fix it. I'm gonna add a little bit more heat down here to this bottom. Okay. I'm just working the bubbles out the best I can. I'm gonna peel it back just a little bit because I wasn't liking where it was at. Okay. Getting a tiny bit of creases here and there. Trying to get rid of them. One crease right there. I'm not liking it. Peel this back up right here a little bit. Once again, like I said, I'm not the master at graphics, so just bear with me. Fix this spot right here. We have an air bubble right there. Try and get that out. Okay. This takes a little bit of time and messing with it. You'll get it. Any serious bubbles that I have, I'll probably just get it with the knife later. I don't need to be completely perfect on here. I want it to look good, but I don't need it also super fantastic. I do want it to look good, so don't get me wrong, but I'm not worried if I got a crease or something here or there. I'll fix it later. not liking that right there. Got some air behind this number 2. We'll use the heat gun as we go, I guess. So I'm going to take a knife very carefully, poke a hole in some of these air spots. Get some of the air out of it. I know the soap and water trick works too, but I'm not trying to do all that, honestly, just for this. This will work just fine. And these will probably settle after a while. There we go. Starting to get better. this is such a process. This is why I don't do graphics, but I'm not gonna give up on it. Let me see here. Where did It's not my best work, but hey, from a distance, you can't even really tell. You guys can't even see what I'm trying to get off, but I'll show you. Got tiny little bubbles right there, but they are just not wanting to come out. But even from a distance, you can't even tell, really. Now that I pointed it out, you're looking right there, of course, but I'm not too worried about it. These graphics are probably going to get all dirty from writing anyways, so I can always buy some more. There we go, it's already starting to look real good. So let's do I'm gonna do the rear fender and then I'll come back and show you guys so you guys don't have to sit there and stare and watch me put it on, so. All right guys, we got the rear fender graphics on. No bubbles, nice and smooth. This one went on a little bit easier than the side panel did. I did have to peel this one up a couple times, but probably took me maybe less than 15 minutes to get it on. It wasn't too bad with the heat gun, but all nice and smooth, no bubbles. Looks real good. So we'll move on to this side plastic. I'll get that on, and then I'll come back and show you guys. And then we'll move on to the shrouds, and then we'll finish off with my favorite, the front number plate. All right, catch you guys in a sec. All right, guys, other side's done. So we got this side done. Got the rear shroud done. We got this side done. So we got shroud, and last but not least, the front fender. All right. Let's put you guys in my vise. Let's try a shroud out. Alright, let's see here. Hopefully this isn't gonna be a bitch. This one's gonna be kind of hard to do in like sections, so I'm not going to cut the piece out like I did for the side panels. This one we're just going to put it on as best as we can, pretty much. I'll heat it up a little bit. I got it loose. We'll heat up the radiator shroud a little bit. Put this out of the way. This guy up a little bit. Luckily, this one, I don't want to speak too soon. This one doesn't seem like it's going to be too bad because there's not a lot of weird bends and cuts and shit in it, but we will find out. So let me pop this guy out. Okay. Start lining up one of the holes first, I guess. Looks like there's a tiny little piece of let me get some a little bit tiny bit more alcohol in that. Wherever I set it somewhere. Oh, right here. Alright, let me get some more on this really quick. All crap is off there. Alright. Let's try this again. I take it back. I feel like this is gonna be a bitch now. I opened my mouth too soon. We'll get it though. It's just gonna take time. Okay so far, but we've just started, so let me get the heat gun out. guys. That one's done. It's not, I'd say 100% bubble free, but some bubbles will work themselves out. I'll try to poke some of them, but honestly, you can't even really tell. It looks really good, to me at least. Like there's one here and a couple up top. I'll push those out, but I gotta cut this a little bit right here because of that bolt. I need to cut that and fold that in. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. Doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, this bike's gonna get ridden. It's not gonna stay a showroom floor bike, so we'll get the other side on, and then we'll get the front number plate on, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to do the gas tank one. I feel like I should wait on that one, but we'll see. All right, I'll be back in a sec. I'm gonna put that other side on since you guys saw me put that side on, and then I'll definitely record putting the front number plate on. All right guys, I got the other shroud on. Now it's time for my favorite part, doing the front number plates. We're just gonna stick it and go, stick it and go. I'm at the point now to where the graphics are on there as best I could get them, and they still do look good. But I probably will just put those gas tank ones on, because if they do peel, that just gives me an excuse to buy another set. So we'll probably just go ahead and stick them on. Playing with fire here doing this with the cable on right there, but we'll try it. If not, I'll take the plate off. We'll do it that way, but we'll see if we can get it first. Alright, I'm going to be in the way for a second. Once I get it stuck where I want it, I'll move. Alright. Thinking right there looks good. I like that, so we're going to go with that. I'm actually going to move it a little bit, so I don't like that. I lied. Like that though, so we're going with that and we're staying with that. I'm not going to change it anymore. We'll get the heat gun. We'll start from the center. Get that brake line out of the way. Warm enough for now for me to get the stick better on the side. starting to have flashbacks, guys. This is like one of the best eras of Supercross ever, in my opinion. You can agree or disagree with me, but if you're here looking up YZ252 stroke stuff, then obviously you're at the right place. That bubble in the center here, I just want to get rid of it. Okay. I'm liking it. Make sure she's stuck down. I'm just laughing at myself right now because I know you guys are probably like, why the hell didn't you just take the number plate off and stick it on? It would have been a hell of a lot easier. But that's just because I like to make things difficult. Anybody can tell you that knows me. Alright, guys. There it is. Holy shit. I don't even have words. I don't know why this thing's so blurry here. Let me wipe my camera. Okay. Look at that. My God. And with the blue wheels, I know Reed wasn't running those back in the day. And he wasn't running a black swing arm, but that's been powder coated. I've had all this stuff done. Like I said, when I bought this bike from my buddy, I built this bike. I took it all down, powder coated the frame, everything. So this thing looked terrible when I originally got it. But man, that looks good. I think I'm gonna slap these on. I'm just gonna say screw it. And then I'll come back and show you guys, and then we'll do a full final review. Sorry if this camera is being funky. It's kind of pissing me off. Alright, guys. This thing came out absolutely fantastic. Oh my God. It's bringing back such good childhood memories. I'm glad I decided to put this on. Like I said, if it starts to bubble up, I'll just buy another kit, because I'm sure this one's gonna eventually wear out and I'll have to put another one on. But man, that looks trick. Came out so good. I haven't done graphics in forever, so I'm pretty happy with myself. And I can't not start this thing up for you guys. I have to start this thing up for you guys. I haven't started this thing in like 4 months. It's ready to be started up. This thing's been sitting for so long. I mean, 4 months, I don't know if you guys really consider that long, but I used to ride frequently, so 4 months for me is pretty long. Set you guys in my trusty old vise here. Make sure you guys can see. All right, let's fire this thing up. I'm excited. Good old compression kits. Make sure my choke's up. Gotta love that Caster 927. Holy shit. There's the idle. Yeah, she clears up pretty good too. I'm running it a little bit richer right now. I'm running the Caster 927 in it, and I run VP in it, so just straight VP. I don't use pump fuel, but it's all set up for that. Alright guys, that's pretty much going to conclude our video for today. Appreciate you guys watching as always. We'll have some more videos to come. We'll be doing the Triple S fork swap on this bad boy. Some other little rinky-dinky things here and there. I'm thinking about getting the 3 stickers that Chad Reed ran right here. For some reason, it didn't come in the kit, but oh well. I'll find them. But yeah, I think it came out pretty good, guys. All right, guys. Till next time.